Who comes first, your mom, your daughter, or your wife?
Mom, daughter, wife.
Daughter, wife?
Wife's replaceable.
Okay. Oh, wow, replaceable.
Daughter, if I'm on good terms with my wife, then wife.
Daughter.
Daughter's at 1, okay. Uh-oh.
Daughter, mom, wife.
Daughter, mom, wife?
Because, you know what I'm saying? You can always find another wife.
I was raised by a single mother, so my mom's got to come first. Then my daughter.
Then your
my
daughter,
wife.
then your wife?
Then my wife.
Oof. This might be a scorchingly hot take, but not one of those men answered that question correctly. In a marriage, your spouse always has to come first because that's the only appropriate way to raise children, with the expectation that their spouse should put them first. And in a stable, loving household with low chance of divorce. And beyond that, I don't really know how to explain this phenomenon of men and their moms being unhealthily attached at the hip when they are grown up. I actually had a guy tell me once that I will never be as important to him as his mom several years into a relationship. And I don't think he meant that in a negative way. I'm glad he had a great relationship with his family. But if you are discerning spending the rest of your life with someone and your mom still ranks on the priority list, then you really aren't ready for the type of commitment that marriage requires, in my opinion.
Okay, let me break this one down for her because she's actually correct, man. She's actually correct. There was one point in my life where my answer to this question probably would have started with mom or daughter first, but now that I have more understanding about the world and how a healthy relationship is actually supposed to work, I understand that her opinion and the way she's saying that it's supposed to be as far as your spouse is supposed to come first is actually correct. Now, what she doesn't understand is why these guys have the answers they are saying, and I can put more input on that, right? A lot of these guys, like one of them said, he was raised by a single mom, right? And the thing is, having a single mom means your mom doesn't have a spouse to put her first. So you feel as the son in kind of that kind of son husbandish role, you feel like you need to always be there for your mom and you need to put her first because she's raised you, she's done so much for you. When really she's only done the things that she is supposed to do. Like, she's your parent, she brought you into this world. It's her job to clothe you, feed you, raise you, and guide you in the right direction, especially if for whatever reason your father isn't there. And a lot of guys feel indebted to their mom, but in reality, you don't owe your mom anything. You know, she did what she was supposed to do as a parent, and you're going to do what you're supposed to do with your kid. And this is a cycle, right? This is a cycle of, okay, single mom raises a kid, and the son ends up, because you heard a lot of these guys, right? They said the wife is replaceable. That shows that these guys don't believe in the values of a marriage, the value of a relationship. I'm the type of guy I always say, I don't believe in divorce unless it's like, you know, extreme circumstances, you know, infidelity and or just complete betrayal. Like, those are reasons for divorce. Other than that, I'm not the type of guy to tell guys like, yo, you need to get divorced just because you're having petty differences or, you know, you're going through a rough patch in your relationship. You know, you got to endure through some things. You definitely have to endure through some things. So in reality, it should be, okay, you're raised by two parents that both put themselves first. So they teach you that, like she said, they teach you as a kid to also put your spouse first, and you are showing your kid how to love and put their spouse first also. So this mentality a lot of men have nowadays, it just comes from broken family dynamics, not valuing marriage, not valuing relationships. And, you know, this is why people have these fragile relationships, these I've been married 3-4 times and, you know, it's still not working out, because people aren't taking the time to be introspective and say, if all my relationships aren't working out, then it has to be something wrong with me. It has to be a problem with something that I'm doing, right? Or, you know, maybe I could be wrong. Maybe you're supposed to put your mom and your daughter. Now, daughter might feel different for a lot of guys because, you know, it's your daughter. You definitely love her. But it's best for her to see you put your wife first. So that's the expectation she has from a guy going further on in life. So where if the guy's not putting her first in the relationship, if she gets with a guy and he's putting his mom first, or, you know, maybe his children he had from a previous relationship. Because us as men, we always say this, right? We always say that we don't want to be stepdads because most of the women, when you meet them, they aren't putting the husband first. They still put the kids before the husband. And us as men, we know that's wrong when it's happening from that aspect. But then we turn around and say, no, our daughter is going to come before our wife. And that's just not how it's supposed to be. If we can be objective and point out the fact that a lot of stepdads have trouble parenting because the mom puts the kids first, then we also have to be able to look at it on the other end, man. So I definitely do agree with this woman. I hope, like, you know, any other person that feels that same way, but they just don't know why a lot of men are doing it the opposite way, putting their mom first, playing that son husband role, being attached to their mom at the hip. 9 times out of 10, it's because their mom doesn't have the proper covering. She doesn't have a husband. She doesn't have a man there to guide her and, you know, help her in her old age. So they feel like it's their responsibility. But get down in the comments below. Let me know what's your order. Do you think the daughter comes first? Do you think the wife comes first? Or do you think your mom is always supposed to come first? Let me know what you guys think. Definitely interested in seeing y'all opinions down below in the comments. As always, love y'all. I'm out.